The ocean is just fish piss.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Random Things podcast on the Random channel. We are 3, where we are usually 4.
For now.
I don't know where Jonald is, but hopefully he's okay and he hops on soon. He might be having some trouble putting his kids to bed. That happens from time to time.
He's having some trouble with this one right here.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Step 1 of his plan. Step 2 is find a pigeonhole.
If he's at that point, I'd say his problems are over.
Or they've only just begun. He could be a pre-planner.
We've only just begun
to live.
Yeah. So we got some stuff to talk about tonight. Obviously, some big shit happened this week. We're not going to talk about that, though. We try not to be a political podcast, so we won't be diving into anything like that. If you follow us individually on our social medias, you might find some how we feel about what happened. But yeah, so that's it. That's all we're doing.
That guy.
Yeah, just that one.
Not me.
All right. So guys, we got some stuff to talk about, but before we jump into any of the off the tops we might have or anything like that, I saw this news today, and I thought this, since we've been pushing for this for a while.
I'm about to make a name for myself.
Marvel executives are obsessed with Channing Tatum's Gambit, says Ryan Reynolds. Which, if you'd seen Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine, great cameo in that movie of Channing Tatum getting to play Gambit, which it was just delightful. It really was. It was such a fun turn in the movie, and apparently they're so obsessed with it that Ryan Reynolds thinks that Gambit or Channing Tatum's Gambit is going to get its own movie.
It should.
It should.
I think it should too.
It really should.
So. That's pretty funny. I mean, he said, like it says it right here, like when he wanted to be Deadpool after the horrible X-Men Origins Wolverine, he paid money to have that Deadpool like little short 10-minute scene done, and it got so much traction that Fox was like, all right, we'll give you the money for it. Apparently, he thinks that Channing Tatum's performance in this movie is going to do the same thing for him. So
that's awesome.
He could very well be the actual X-Men universe's Gambit moving forward.
He looks perfect for it. Everything about it's good. And then like the accent's really not that bad. Ryan Reynolds is just making jokes about it, but like him as Remy LeBeau is perfect. I'm fucking stoked for that.
The accent's pretty horrible. I think
horrible.
I've heard a Boston accent.
But I love it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I know we joked about it where like part of the movie should be him like getting speech lessons and shit.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think the best part would be if you took a page out of the Pink Panther, Steve Martin Pink Panther, where he's trying to get speech lessons and just nothing's working, and you just kind of you're like, whatever. You know
I can't believe you just did a callback to the Pink Panther movies with Steve Martin.
Yeah. I'd like to buy a hamburger. The burger.
Hamburger. That would be a good like end credit scene of him trying to get speech lessons, and then they do like the movie. I think that would...
again, if he's gonna get his own movie in the like same vein of the Deadpools, where it's like funny and that kind of shit, then I am all for them including that scene. But if they're actually just like, we just like him, we want him to be Gambit, like in whatever X-Men movies they're gonna make moving forward. Mm-hmm. I don't think you can include the speech scene. It just wouldn't make sense. It's too goofy. But
a burger.
Oh man! But
that's dope.
It's really funny. Do you guys watch Only Murders in the Building?
Yes.
Never seen
it. Duggan, you gotta watch that show's fucking great. It's so good. It's so good, and every season it's like a fun mystery, like murder mystery. And Steve Martin and Martin Short, they're not gonna be alive for like another like 10 years. You should watch them while they're like so good. They're so funny. So and all the guests are so funny. Paul Rudd's so funny, and like everybody that comes
both Paul Rudds.
Both Paul Rudds. That's right.
I took your advice on what we do in the shout out the TV show. I'm already on like season 4. That show's fucking hysterical. Like the I think Laszlo is probably my favorite character. I love that he's fucking bisexual. I think that makes his character so hilarious. There's like at one point he's banging Naja in the front and he's talking to Nandor. He's like, "There's some room in the back, old chap." And he's like, "No."
Yeah,
okay.
yes.
I was fucking dying. Like, oh man,
He's wicked good. He's so
What are
funny.
you going to do? Make a jerk off machine? No, I already finished my jerk off machine. It's over there.
I love
so
it.
good.
I love that he's for so. I mean, sometimes he doesn't do it, but just about every time he's like, "Bat."
Oh no, it's every time.
Every single time.
Every single time he turns into a bat, he goes bat.
Bat.
And then when he turns back into a
Human
human, if you
form.
listen, he'll go human form.
He's wicked funny. I love
Matt-
Laszlo. Nandor's wicked funny too.
Dude, they got the guy from fucking Blade. I was like, oh my god, I can't
Oh.
believe that.
Wesley
The guy-
Snipes.
No, the guy that lost his hand. He was in the Family Show. What the fuck was it? Grounded for Life. The redhead.
Donald
Oh.
Logue. Donald
Logue. Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, that I lost it when he's like, yeah. Ever since the Blade movies, I just felt home with the character, so I decided to become one. I'm like,
Yes.
this fucking guy.
He's playing
Wow.
himself,
Yeah.
which is hilarious.
Who was on the roof with Nandor that one time?
You are literally throwing nothing to me.
I mean, when
I mean,
he was
I don't want to ruin. Oh wait, I know. I remember
Oh.
who it was. I don't want to ruin it for.
Well, because I know that he was on a roof with Naja and the little bat, and they made her turn into a big bat. But that's about as far as I remember on someone him being on a roof.
You should be. I don't know.
I'm
We'll
like
see.
season
Don't worry.
4, episode 6. I'm at the wedding.
I like it's in the first season, but the werewolf fight scene where they're like having the fight on the roof, and he just
Yeah.
throws the squeaky toy off the roof.
Yeah,
It just jumps.
that was so good.
Wicked good. It's so funny. The show. So you need to watch the movie though.
You
I'm
do.
serious.
I'm gonna definitely do that.
Because the movie's exactly like the show, except it's just, again, I wouldn't say any sillier, or it's literally just like it. It's hard.
That's
It's
perfect.
not any better or any worse. It's just as good. So it's
That's
like,
great.
Peter,
oh,
I
peace.
brought you a chicken.
I love first line is like literally just it's Taika Waititi, and he wakes up as like the vampire doing like the thing out of the coffin. He's like smiling at the camera, like you see, but then he gets like halfway up and gets stuck, and he's like really forcing it to get up, and then he's like. He looks at the alarm clock. He goes, "Oh, good. This is the scariest part of my day." And he goes over to the window, which has got like a big what's it called in front of it? A sheet. And he's like, "Oh, nighttime. We're safe." Like,
Oh man.
it's so good. It's so good. Yeah. So, yeah. Does anybody have any other off the tops they want to talk about tonight?
How about
Near.
the penguin?
We will get to the penguin.
Okay, good.
Before we get there, though, check this out. So this is another little thing that I have here. So there's a DC's doing a comic book run called Absolutes, where it's Absolute Batman, Absolute. It's just that's just the name for this new line of comics they're writing. They're pretty badass. Like they kind of rewrite some stories. Like Absolute Batman has rewritten the story that Thomas Wayne was a teacher. He wasn't like a millionaire or anything like that,
Oh,
and he gets gunned down taking like his Bruce and his whole class on a field trip. He gets murdered on the field trip, and like,
oh shit.
so it's really like it's a darker, more violent like world. And so they released and the looks of the characters are insane. Like, look at this fucking dude. Look at
Yo,
Batman.
he's got a Thor hammer. That's
It's a-
fucking gnarly.
It's an
Dude.
axe.
Oh,
It
Even
comes off
better.
his chest. It comes off his chest plate. Like he
oh
takes.
hell yeah.
Duggan, you must be obsessed with those quads.
Those
Oh,
are delicious, dude.
Dude, Alan.
It's fucking crazy.
If Alan Richson or whatever his name would.
Yeah.
If he was ever going to play a version of Batman, it would have to be the ultimate this version of Batman, because he's
Oh,
insane. He's massive. And so they released it. So they haven't done all the characters yet, like in their individual comics. They've done Absolute Batman, which looks amazing. Absolute Wonder Woman, which
look
is a
at
little bit,
that sword.
yeah, it's a little different take on her. She's I don't
She was
again
like
I
fucking like
That sword's too big.
I agree, it's huge, but
That's like Kingdom of Heaven, Kingdom of Hearts fucking sword.
yeah, she's they changed it. Like all the Amazonians are dead in hers, the gods like killed them except for her, and then like she was raised on an island called Hell with a different person, so she's kind of like a sorceress Wonder Woman, which is pretty cool. Absolute Superman, which the image doesn't give away like really how this comic is, but this one's like, yeah, well, this one's like he wasn't a baby when he was sent from Krypton. He was a little older, and Krypton was set up in a way where it was like basically the workers, like the S on his chest isn't for like it's not the symbol of Superman or anything like that. It's like the symbol of like servants.
Yeah.
He was his family was like servants on Krypton. So like
it no longer means hope.
Yeah. Wow. So he comes to Earth and he sees like all these people struggling. Like again, the Earth in this comic book is really fucking crazy. So so he wants to like stand up for like all these like poor people and shit. It's pretty cool. Wow. And then they haven't released Flash yet, but they released some images of it. So this is what Flash is going to look like, which is pretty sweet, I think. And I'm only showing you these images.
Dude.
I'm only showing you these images because as badass as these other ones are, this is what I saw today for what Martian Manhunter is going to look like. I was like, this can't be real. And then I kept looking into it and like, I'm pretty sure it is. So,
it looks like
Gumby.
It looks like the beginning. Well, the dude looks like the beginning of Catch Me If You Can.
The whole thing looks like the Game of Life.
Dude, he looks like Jimmy from Yellowstone.
Oh, hell yeah.
You don't know.
Then he's just a fucking blob with one eye.
He's a green alien and his face is flat.
That's nuts.
That's what they want him to look like. I'm like, how do you go from this badass, gigantic, like Batman to this goofy ass looking Gumby dude?
And he's got tiny legs. Does he use his hands to walk? And then he just drags those little gimp legs behind him?
I think he floats because his knees are bent. So I wonder if he's like a floating like aura.
I don't know.
Well, it definitely looks like he just shit that blue cube.
Yes, right here.
Yeah, the green little spiky guy.
No, the green's
the thing dropping between his legs. Green's a fart. Yeah. He pooped that blue cube out.
Green's a fart bubble, but that blue cube. So yeah, it looks horrible. And I was like, this is I can't believe this is the design of these characters. So
I saw a thing for what was it, Batman Origins, but the live action that looked. I don't know if that was like a fan thing or not, but it looked pretty wild.
Yeah, they got a lot of cool Batman shit here. But yeah, this absolute lineup is pretty cool. And like I said, it's so violent. The Batman one is so violent, and it's sweet. And like they do like a take on Alfred where he's not a butler, but he's like an assassin who's come to Gotham to like not even necessarily not to take out Batman or anything, but he's there to take out this like gang that's causing problems. And then he sees that they were like, you should be aware that there's another person that's been seen circling this gang. We don't know what his involvement is, and that's Batman, obviously. And like he watches Batman like through a sniper scope, like brutalize this gang, like absolutely brutalize them. And he's like, "Oh shit, this kid's got skill." And like he's like, "Oh, it's incredible." But
Batman doesn't kill people; he only puts them to sleep.
Justice.
But yep. So that's all I got on that. But let's jump into some of our other stories, shall we?
Okay.
We'll do. Why don't we do that trailer reaction? Why don't we get that out of the way?
Okay.
You got it queued up?
I have it ready to go.
Nice.
This one.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell.
There it is.
Every Christmas, something magical.
Love Christmas movies.
Santa.
When a kid sends a letter to Santa. But Liam.
To Santa.
This looks like fun.
North Lope.
Oh, that's putrid.
Thank you.
What do you want?
You summoned me.
Not what I expected.
What'd you expect?
In the movies, the reindeer usually have the antlers, not you.
Kid, are you high?
I'm ready to drop.
Look out big times. I'm way better than Santa. Ho, ho, frickin' ho. You, my friend, are getting 3 wishes.
You mean like a genie?
They stole that from me. By the way, after
I
you
love
make your
those
wishes, I'm
eyebrows.
taking your soul.
His eyes are
I
awesome.
ain't never had a friend like me. Okay, that I may have stolen from Aladdin. Now we're even. I'll show you a few of the things I could do for you. I'll be right back.
It's Post Malone.
Post Malone.
Look, I'm worried Santa's going to trick me into getting my soul.
I think he's just confused.
We believe you.
Yo, down here. What are you waiting for? Go make a move. Sue me, I'm thirsty.
Oh god.
I tried everything. That kid's incorruptible.
What about doing something out of kindness?
I don't even know what you just said. I mean, I know all the words, but I just never heard them in that order.
You know this man?
I'm his uncle. Beat it.
Who do you think you are talking to me like that? Oh,
That doesn't sound right.
pardon me. Kombucha.
Watch this.
No, please, never trust a thought. You just gambled and lost.
Nice to meet you. The pleasure was mine.
Oh my god.
Does it say
Oh my
now
God.
streaming? Does that say now streaming on Paramount Plus?
I'm too busy laughing.
Hold on, let me go back and look. No, November 25th.
Oh, okay.
Raid
That's
time
awesome.
and Turkey Day. That's
I can't believe it's not going
hilarious.
to theaters. Like that seems like it would be a hit.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
not.
Oh, I don't know. It seems
think.
a little dirty. Who knows?
But it's a Christmas comedy. There's not like I feel like Christmas comedies always do at least okay, right?
Yeah. What's your favorite Christmas comedy?
Die Hard.
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, Christmas Vacation.
And then Home Alone, I guess, and
Yeah.
then Elf. I think in that order.
Yep. I would agree with that.
My wife loves Elf. It's her favorite.
Eh.
I feel like my
I
kids
like
have
it.
only seen it a couple times too. I feel like maybe once even.
Just
Fight
the
it,
one
Michael.
time?
Just the one time.
Is it because you don't want to show them a movie where an elf is beating up Santa?
No. The children love the books. It's like my wife's favorite line. She says it all the time.
We say it all the time too, for no reason. We
But the children love
we have
the
a
book.
thing. We have a thing where starting January 1st, we're gonna start keeping a tally of how frequently we quote Christmas movies, because we're pretty sure we quote Christmas movies year round and way too fucking often.
Every time I need to get ibuprofen or Tylenol, I at least in my head, I don't always do it out loud, but I'm always like, "Where's the Tylenol?"
Yeah.
Like, just 'cause- But
Hallelujah! Holy
holy
shit!
shit, where's the
Where's
Tylenol?
the Tylenol?
Oh man,
That looks like a fun movie. I'm going to watch it on November 25th.
Me
as
too.
soon as it comes out, and
Me
I'm
too.
gonna laugh my balls off.
Very funny.
That reminds me of like comedies that they made in the early 2000s, right?
Reminds me of
Like,
House of Rock.
It
The
kind
Farrelly
of reminds
Brothers
me
or
of Little
just in
Nicky.
general.
Reminds me of
Yeah.
Little Nicky a little bit, like which is
Yeah.
obviously not a great comedy, but that looks better than Little Nicky. But
Little Nicky's a good comedy though.
I feel like a lot of people kind of dismiss Little Nicky, but you have to think Harvey Keitel did such a good job, and Rodney Dangerfield.
yeah,
The last time I saw a joke like that, a couple of hillbillies were blowing on him. I mean, some of the jokes in there are just so fucking good.
I like I like Dan Marino in that movie. He's coming down there. He's like, please. It's
Yeah.
like, Dan, it's like, I just can't do it to you. I can't take your soul. You're too nice of a guy. And he's like, forget it. I'm gonna go do broadcasting. I'm gonna win an Emmy. and he's like, that's the spirit, Dan. I like that a lot. All right, let's jump into this Simon Kinberg story. So, Simon Kinberg set to write the next Star Wars trilogy, and I'm not excited about it at all because Simon Kinberg makes atrocious movies, or writes
Yes.
atrocious movies, Triple X State of the Union. Mr. and Mrs. Smith was okay. He wrote that. X-Men The Last Stand is garbage. Jumper is garbage. The first Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr. was all right.
I like those movies.
He's got 2 all rights right there out of his first.
But at the same time, I feel like Guy Ritchie could take a complete pile of dog shit and make a decent movie out of it.
Guy Ritchie makes good movies, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm
true.
saying. He's
Except for
good enough.
Revolver.
Yeah, he's a Rock and
movie's
Roller
terrible.
was okay.
I
Yeah,
like
those
that
two.
movie.
Those are his two bad ones,
Yeah.
I think.
But I mean, I just feel like Guy Ritchie has the ability to take a subpar script and make a pretty good movie out of it.
Yeah. Elysium was bad.
This Means War. I enjoyed that movie, even
That's
though
the one with Tom Hardy and
Chris
Yeah,
Pine,
Chris Pine and Reese Witherspoon.
because that's another one we quote a lot. We shall see about that. About that, we shall see. That was good. And I tend to hate anything McG fucking directs. I don't know why he just can't have a normal name.
Yeah.
he did mostly TV stuff for a while. What did he direct?
I believe he directed the Charlie's Angel movies.
Oh. TV movies.
I know he did like
No, the one with
did he
Cameron
do
Diaz.
Supernatural and stuff like that? I thought he did a couple TV shows, but Let's Be Cops. Again, he didn't write that. He's a producer on it. That movie was pretty funny. Fantastic Four. Oh my god, that was so atrocious.
Which one?
The fan
one.
the fan four stick with Michael B. Jordan.
Oh god. Terrible.
It was terrible. Yeah, he does terrible things. The only thing he ever directed was he wrote and directed Dark Phoenix in 2019, which was terrible. That X-Men movie was awful. And then he did this new one, the 355. I don't even know what that is, but
X-Men. He also did X-Men Apocalypse.
yeah, not a
Also-
good
also
writer,
bad.
not a good director. So Star Wars is
They're fucked.
so I don't know why they would tap this guy to write a fucking movie, but here's the article. Let me read it. Lucasfilm has closed a deal with Simon Kinberg to develop a trilogy of Star Wars films. Kinberg will write the trio, produce them with Lucasfilm's chief Kathleen Kennedy, who I don't know how she still has a job. I heard this will comprise. I heard this will comprise of episodes 10 through 12 of the Skywalker saga.
I thought the Skywalker saga was old.
I thought so too, but apparently
90 years.
insiders disputed the intel that Kinberg will continue that storyline, saying instead he will begin a new saga that'll sit alongside percolating Star Wars projects, such as James Mangold's first one.
In Spiders?
Hmm?
In Spiders?
Insiders.
In spiders.
Insiders. There might be spiders in it, but yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like if you have one person writing 3 movies, that's good, because that's the biggest problem with the sequel trilogy. It was like J.J.
It was all
Abrams did
fucking
one
all over the
thing,
place.
and then Ryan Johnson did one thing that was totally fucking different, and then they were like, "Shit, nobody liked that. We need to go back to J.J. Abrams for the third one." And he was like, "Can I make a movie that pretends like the one in the middle didn't happen?" And it was somehow worse. So I don't know. I feel like I feel like at least having one person write all 3 is a good thing, but this guy's not a good writer. So
No.
it's like there had to be better people.
Yeah, I don't know.
There had to
That's
be.
crazy.
I mean, as I said in our group chat, that if it was actually Zack Snyder, I wouldn't be that mad, because he's a decent writer.
No, he's not. That's the
It's-
one thing. That's the one thing
That's
he
what
can't
I'm
do.
saying. No, he can't. I feel like he has an issue
Putting the words to the image.
bending to what he wrote. Because
What do you mean?
Yeah.
that's what a director does. They look at the script and then they make changes as they go to make it look better and stuff like that. I feel like he can put together a decent script. It's just he then can't bend on what he's already put to make it make more sense as a director.
Yeah.
I think he can come up with a good idea for a movie or something. Like I think the idea of behind Rebel Moon was a good idea.
Stick him in a think tank.
However, I do not think the man can write dialogue or character arcs to save his life. So I do trust him in directing action sequences. So I think he could be a like a decent like cinematographer in that regard. Like if you would focus on just like doing the action bits, but I don't think he should write anything ever. I literally think that's his worst skill, Dan.
Fun fact: McGee directed the music video for the Bare Naked Ladies 1 week.
I don't remember how that music video goes, but it's a good song.
It's a good song.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you that Fred? I shouldn't say who. Someone we know used to think at the end of that song where it's like if I place my fingers here and if I say I love you, dear, and if I play the same 3 chords, will you just yawn and say? And then they have like the crowd go like, oh. A friend of ours, a mutual friend of all of us, you told me once when he was listening to it with headphones that he swears that the crowd dropped an N-bomb. That part of the song. And I was like, what? And he goes, I swear they say it. And like we listened to it like 10 times in a row, like through headphones, like super loud. I'm like, I'm not hearing anything. I think you just heard somebody yell that word while you were listening to it.
Oh my god.
He's walking down the street just enjoying It's All Been Done by Bare Naked Ladies. And then he's just like, huh? Turns out somebody driving by just yelled it at him for no reason. Saying, this guy's having way too much fun by himself. I'm going to ruin his day.
Yeah. That dude's listening to the Bare Naked Ladies. I hate the Bare Naked Ladies.
So
mad.
I saw the fat lead singer of the Bare Naked Ladies. I don't know if he's fat anymore, but he was the fatter one with the glasses. At Mix Fest. Sarah, what was that concert? Mix Fest. She's in the other room wrapping Christmas presents. We're at Mix Fest, and he was one of the opening acts. It was just him, though, like solo career guy. And like, he started playing a couple Bare Naked Ladies songs, and like the crowd wasn't really singing along. And he stopped and he goes, I know you people know the words to this song. And then everybody started singing it. It was just like, I felt bad that like he had to stop and do that, but like,
Help.
it was pretty funny.
Oh, he also directed the music video for Smash Mouth's All Star.
Simon Kinberg.
McG. Smash Mouth is?
That dude died recently, didn't he? The lead singer of Smash Mouth?
Yeah.
He played at Epcot when we were there like 2 years ago. And we didn't stop to look at him sing. Wow. We just kept going. I was like, it's just the lead singer of Smash Mouth. I don't need to worry about this. And then he died like a week later. So,
and you said, no, I'll never get to see the lead singer of Smash Mouth sing my favorite Smash Mouth song, Walking on the Sun.
That's right.
That's a good one.
Might as well be walking on the sun. Do you consider? See, I think that I don't consider the Bare Naked Ladies on the same like lame level as Smash Mouth.
No.
Do you? Like Bare Naked Ladies is better than them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They had. I mean, not.
Oh my God!
Smash Mouth had 3 or 4 songs though, didn't they?
Yeah, but it was basically all off of the same album.
Do you remember the name of the album?
Astro Lounge.
Astro Lounge. That's right.
Yep.
I knew it had a lounge, but I couldn't remember. I was like Space Lounge in my head. Like,
yeah, it was Astro Lounge. I wanted to say Stadium Arcadium first, but that was Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Was that like one of the first albums you remember getting as a kid? Like either as like a tape deck or like a CD?
No. The first one I remember was Chumbawamba Tub Thumping.
Fuck yeah.
Yep. That's a big one.
And the first that was the first cassette I remember getting. The first CD I got was the one and only Fastball CD.
Yep.
Solid.
Yeah. Fastball had 2 really good songs though. And they were on separate albums though, I think.
Were they?
Yes.
I thought they only had the one CD. Because I only had the one CD.
Because they had the one. Now I love that we're just taking this into a tangent on 90s bands, but like one hit wonders. But they had the one CD that had like The Way. The Way, yes. But then the single from them that I like better even is the one that it's like, was I out of my head? Was I
Yeah.
out of my mind? How could
Yeah,
I have
that's a good
ever
one.
been
I think
so
that's on the
blind?
same CD.
I don't think it is.
It might be.
It might be. You might be right. I didn't have the CD, so I thought it was a different.
Yeah, Out of My Head. It was on All the Pain Money Can Buy.
All right, you're right. So there you go.
That's a solid
But-
CD.
Oddly enough, they're still fucking making music.
Hell yeah.
They
That is
released an
odd.
album in 2024 called Sonic Ranch.
That
And
sounds delightful.
nobody bought it.
Wow.
How many listeners does the songs have?
I don't know.
Are you on Spotify? Or are you just like looking up
No.
their shit? All right, I'm just asking. Come
I
on,
like
that attitude.
Blue
Oh my
Traveler
God.
was always a good one.
Sugar Ray every morning. McGee was a boss at directing music videos for 90s bands.
That's what he did.
Yeah, he's on fire.
Yeah, I think my first CD that I physically went out, I was like, I gotta get that CD.
Oh
Was
my
like-
God! He
it was like-
directed the music video for Fastball the Way.
See, you hate McG, and he's literally had his hands in everything you loved growing up.
I don't like his movies. Music video, okay. Movies, and not so much.
Hey, you got to get your start somewhere, man. But I think the first CD that I had to like rush out and buy, because I took tapes and CDs from my brothers and sisters, so like I had their old CDs and shit. But the first one I went out and bought was Korn, Follow the Leader.
Hell yeah, that was a great
I was
CD.
like, everybody like all of a sudden one day everyone's like, I like Korn, and I'm like, me too. Like on the Cob, and they're like, no, the band. And I was like, who the fuck is that?
It's with a K, Kevin, and the R is backwards. So you
And then
know they're hardcore.
I just- Oh god, this is so bad too.
Love
I don't like that music at all anymore. But at the time, like kid, I was like, all right, like I'll go check this out. Like I was impressionable, so yeah, I bought the Korn Follow the Leader album, and I was like, this is so cool. She's hopscotching off a cliff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so edgy.
It is so edgy.
Hold on, let me add some more gel to my hair and flip up the front.
Nah, dude, it was doing little braids
Yeah.
like across different parts of my head, like a fucking like
Like a spike ball.
like seriously, like that's such a lame look for like little white dudes to have.
Hey.
Oh,
We all
man.
made choices.
Oh yeah. And my Jenko jeans that were too fucking big, way too big, and like they just got soaked. It was raining. Those are the worst jeans for rain.
Yeah, that's
They
right.
expand all the way up your knee.
They were really bad for me because I was fat and short. So like in order to get like ones that would actually fit me, they were like way too long. And my mom just spent like $50 on this pair of Jinko jeans. She was like, I'm not paying to have these big motherfuckers hemmed because I'm gonna have to pay like 4 times that amount.
You can't roll them, so you're just walking with slinkies on your fucking legs.
Seriously. They get so ruined. And then, you know what, though? Eventually you get to the point where it was like, I've tore a hole from walking on these
Yep.
pants that
Yep.
now I'm just going to rip it all the way off. And like, I have torn ones that just float just above my shoes.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
I felt so bad. Like, I'm looking back on like decisions I made in my life
Oh my
and
god.
making my mom, my poor like old mom, go to like Hot Topic with me in like 7th and 8th grade to get those goddamn clothes. Like, what a fucking little asshole I was. Like, she had no business. My sweet old mom had no business being in a store like that. And like, I was just like, no, I want to be cool like my friends. Like, give
You're
me
a
those
skater
pants.
kid.
Yeah, I wasn't
Well,
a theater
did she
kid.
trust
but-
you to go to the fucking mall alone?
I mean, yeah,
Or
but
did
like
she want-
not
you
for
wanna
like
be
back
there?
to. I'm talking
Yeah,
like
but
back
not
to
like-
school
yeah,
shopping and shit.
But that's like
you-
that's like 7th and 8th grade. You can't even drive there yourself.
right.
Yeah, I mean, you can get dropped off.
But she was like, "Let's go to Bob's. We'll see if they have those at Bob's."
Bob's is the shit.
Yeah,
Bob's
but as
store.
a kid, I was like, "They don't have those at Bob's. What am I gonna get?" And I went there, and she's like, "I'm like, I can't find any Jenko." She's like, "They have these Pacos." I'm like, "Pacos?
Tacos.
I was
Oh,
I can't
so
be.
funny.
I can't be wearing Pacos. Everyone's gonna make fun of me.
I
Yeah,
can't
but
be
that-
seeing these.
It comes with a chain wallet, Kevin. And I was like, fine. Give me the Pacos,
Oh.
but like we got to figure a way to cover. We got to see if we can get Jenko patches to put over the
Jinko
Pacos.
patches. Ma, you have an iron on this Jinko patch. The internet doesn't exist.
Oh.
Seriously. So
When I was in elementary school, I loved these pants called C Life. It was the letter C dash life. Loved them. The only issue was I kept blowing the crotch out of them,
What kind
and
of
my
pants
mom
were
would
they?
get so mad at me.
from like big steps.
Big steps or man spreading as a fucking fifth grader. I'd go to school and then I just blow the crotch out of my pants. And I come home and I'm like, Mom, it happened again.
What kind of
There's a
material
hole
is it?
in my crotch. To the point that she just started sewing up the holes and then it blasted out the hole in my crotch.
Oh yeah.
What was it made of?
It was kind of like a khaki material.
Oh, those are
But-
so blowable.
Yeah,
Maybe
but,
pull it
but
out.
back then they didn't put the 3% spandex in there to add the extra stretch that a growing boy like me needed to be able to move around. And then I ruined one of them by sitting in a blueberry Pop-Tart under the climbing structure at the Goodyear school.
I gotta see if I can find these. Those were just Sea Life, Daniel. I don't know if you know this. It was just an offshoot of Champions.
Was
yeah.
it?
Yes. I didn't
loved
know
them.
that. I did Sea Life clothes 90s. I couldn't find them. That's not gonna pop up.
Sea life, yo.
I mean, they're probably back now. Champion is like a big fucking brand, which is weird because that was like you'd go to Bob stores and that's all they fucking had was Champion.
Bro, Champion sweatpants are the best sweatpants you could ever have to wear in your house. Or the shorts, those things fucking rock.
Yeah,
You
but
get
they're
one white string, you just tie it in
stupid
a knot.
expensive now.
Champion, yeah, they got fucking popularized.
Oh god.
I'm looking up 90s and 2000s like boys fashion. Like this is gonna be flagged.
So that time travel movie on Netflix that we were talking about, I like the fact that they showed all the 2000s fucking clothes and shit like that. Me and Emily were dying laughing when we watched that. I'm surprised that
that Netflix time travel
time
movie.
cut, yeah.
Yeah, I was just mad at how it ended.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
Hang on.
It was all of a sudden just kind of like this, and then like I thought she was gonna like
Yeah, we were
get
talking
him
about
to
like,
be good, and she was just like, nope. And then she goes back, and we're like, woohoo!
yeah.
And I was like,
Everything was baggy at one point.
yeah, like,
That
what
was
the
like
fuck?
2005.
This
Oh,
is like,
Ryan Reynolds.
is that Ryan
No.
Reynolds?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
That's him. That's got to be him from Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Shop. Whatever the
That
fuck
is
he-
him.
Yeah.
That is him basing his entire persona off of what's his face from Sugar Ray, Mark
Uh,
McGrath.
Mark McGrath.
Yeah.
I
That
like
is
the fucking
that is
dick
the Mark
stripe on his
McGrath look.
chin. Oh yeah, for sure.
The-
He's probably
the-
wearing
the
sandals
chin-
too.
The chin strap with the soul patch together.
Definitely wearing sandals.
Oh, he's definitely 100%.
Here we go. These kids,
Amazing. Yeah,
These
look at
were-
the rip in his pants.
right there. These
What
are
a
my
couple
kids,
of
dude.
fucking trash bags.
I know, and these are the people that I couldn't wait to hang out with.
Little rut.
Like, it was-
That one in the middle looks a lot like you, Kevin.
yeah, I don't know about that, but
That was definitely your hair and everything. You gotta save that. That is you, Kevin. You gotta single that out. That's your new photo.
see, this kid's got the zip-aways. Look at these are supposed to zip away into pants shorts.
Yeah.
Look how long.
Just
Look how
so you can look like fucking Bobby Hill.
Yeah.
I guess so. I'm pretty sure this kid with the humongous chain on this side, I'm pretty sure he is wearing a pair of those grind shoes. Remember those shoes that had the
The fucking curve on
Yes.
in the fucking hell yeah, dude. Those are the shits.
So you could just jump up and grind a rail with your shoes.
yes.
Real quick, yeah.
I gotta see if I can find more. These are fucking
When
great.
I was a young boy, my father took me into the city.
Look at, dude, this kid's got Toy Story pants.
Golly. Is that Toy Story? Oh yeah, it is.
Did you know that you can still get Jinko jeans and they're stupid expensive?
Yeah,
Are they,
everything's
are they
crazy.
still like ludicrously baggy?
Bucket hats and
Yeah.
shit.
$260.
That's nuts.
It's Kirsten Dunst.
Yeesh.
Wow. What's going on with that hair? There's just hair
Oh,
going every
it's
There's
which-
hair everywhere.
every which way.
your hair's everywhere. This kid just got
Skate, bro.
rollerblades.
I mean
Yeah.
that's you could tell me that was
That's break.
from the 20. Did you just search teenage boys?
No.
Teenage boys.
90s/2000s boys fashion. Let me
Boy.
change it.
That Backstreet Boys. That's me.
Teen fashion. That's a lot of girls.
Ooh, this is a great movie.
Yep.
10 Things I Hate About You. I haven't seen it forever.
Solid movie.
Oh, I love
What a
that movie.
cast.
This kid right over here.
Oh, the best. He's
I love him.
he's an elf in like the
I
Santa
think I'm
movies.
thinking about getting a Tercel.
Yeah.
That's a Toyota. I fucking love that. And then Alex Mack. Oh my God. How did she not act in anything else?
What a
I don't
fucking
know.
bomb.
And then obviously, what's his face? Heath Ledger before.
Heath Ledger.
This is the movie that did him in.
Oh,
looking
no,
ba-
I got these
Looking
scars.
back in his life, he's like, I didn't do enough rom-coms.
Yeah.
All right. That's enough of this. Let's stop sharing the screen.
All right.
What the hell were we even talking about?
Simon Kinberg. Simon Kinberg put us on a tangent that got us to
The 90s.
stop
Yeah.
researching Google for teen boys.
All right. Let's talk
Teen
about the
boys.
Penguin, episode 7.
Penultimate. The penultimate
Penultimate
episode of the Penguin.
Penultimate episode
Penultimate.
of the Penguin.
Oh my God.
Delightful.
It's such a good show. I'm so mad there's only one more episode.
It's fucking crazy. Every week it just keeps getting better and better and better. The writings of this is magnificent.
Who wrote that? Get them to replace Simon Kinberg.
Well, it's produced by Matt Reeves, who did The Batman, and
Yep.
so like he's probably got a lot to say in it. But I actually think the showrunner and the writer is it's a girl, this lady, because she does like the post interview thing, and she writes crime so fucking good. I can't believe how good they're writing this show. But
Yeah.
The Penguin. Il Pinguino. Let's see.
Lauren LaFranc.
LaFranc.
She's a French. She's a French.
I love the show. I can't believe they gave that backstory with Oz, where Oz killed his own brothers. Like, that is insane.
The way he
Diabolical.
looked at his mom when she was fucking around with the other two brothers, he's like, that fucking bitch. And she's like, she's calling them the names, and he's like, you could see it. What you were ahead of me when you sent us a text saying whoever they cast for that kid was good, because he was like psychotic. That fucking kid. The accent was perfect. Like, they really did a good job with that.
They did a great job
Psycho.
casting him.
Hey, Ma, I got you some food
Yeah.
out here, Ma.
Hey, Ma, got you some gabagool.
You know what's super like weird? Because I don't know if you guys have watched many of like the post episode like quick things that they do, but like when it cuts to Colin Farrell giving like any insight into the episode, and I hear him speak with his actual Irish accent, I'm just like mind blown that you know that you're playing this character, because it sounds weird that you're not talking like the Penguin.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I think they did a good job casting the young mother too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And another big deal in this episode, the dude that gave the brother $50, that is
bang,
Catwoman's dad.
Daddy-o.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Secrets of the Easter eggs.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, dude, it's a great show. It's so good, and I like that he went back into he at the end of the episode he had to hide in the vault where his basically like when the explosion was gonna happen, where he killed his brothers. Like,
Yeah.
Murdered them.
it's nuts.
Fucking
Yeah, the back and
murdered
forth
his own
between
brothers.
him and
So you
Sophia
think-
was really good too.
Did he just get away with that murder? Like, I'm assuming like you think his mom knows he had something to do with it?
No, they just
She
went
thinks
missing.
it was an accident.
They're supposed to be at the movies though. Like, he gave this bullshit story.
I think
Yeah.
she just went off the tangent.
He's also a
after that.
psychopath.
I guess
He said as far as I know, they were going to see the movie. And what movie were they going to see?
Beetlejuice.
They were going to see the Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Beetlejuice.
Ma, let's go watch. Let's watch one of your old timey movies. We'll sit here. I'll put my head on your tit, and I'll rest my leg,
It's so fucking
my
creepy.
fucked up foot.
It has such a psycho vibe. I said
It does.
Like Norman Bates type shit.
Yeah, yeah. He's I'm not sure what's gonna happen because she's fucking gone in her head. They don't know what she has. She's fucking gone, and she's like, Oswald, for the love of God, if I'm not coming back from this, I want you to finish me off.
Yeah.
Just take care of me.
He's got to know that in the back of his mind that that's the ace up the sleeve. Like if he
It has to be.
If he gets into a fucking situation, at least he knows that if Sophia kills her, then it is what it is.
He's like, now I don't have to do that.
Yes.
That's right.
And it's going to fill me with so much rage
Yep.
that I'm going to be able to destroy you. I did love the fact that he's fighting fucking Falcone, and Falcone has a fucking heart attack. and
Oh, he's
dies.
like, you son of a bitch.
He's like, come on, fight me. And then he's just like, keels over, and he's like, you fucking serious?
Yeah.
You fucking dying, bro?
Oh.
Like, it's like I like the he kind of does a callback to something he does in the Batman, like when he thinks he stops Batman from chasing him by like smashing those cars and like chase scene. He's like, I got you. He did like that.
Yeah.
He kind of redid that again, and I was like, nice. I like that. That's like a thing that he just does. But the
that's good.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But
Another great episode. Great show.
I'm surprised Vic wasn't dead. Like, I don't understand how Sophia didn't kill him. You know
how she didn't go full Voldemort. Kill the spare.
Yeah, it made no sense why he was alive. But...
Because he's got a future in Gotham.
Future.
What is that?
I don't know. He's gonna end up being somebody, or they just didn't want to kill him in this episode. They wanted to kill him in the finale.
That was a penultimate.
Do you think they're gonna kill him?
Yes.
I hope. I don't want them to. I'd like him. I'd like him to become a different villain. He becomes Bane.
Vic. He becomes Robin after he's done with all.
Well, hold on. Victor Fries.
Yeah, there you go.
I can't wait for the Batman 2 to come out. I'm geeking for this movie. I keep seeing so many updates on it, especially just for the fact that it's going to take place in winter and Gotham's going to be covered in snow. I'm like, oh my god.
Dude, it fucking rains constantly in Gotham.
I know. That's why it's going to be crazy that it's snow. It's so cold.
They're going to be running around with fucking 8-foot snowbanks.
Well, imagine just like the scenes on like snowmobiles or some shit. Or
like True Lies style?
Yes.
Snowmobiles with guys on skis behind them.
Fuck yeah, dude. Now we're talking. I love that shit.
Does that happen in True Lies? I don't remember that scene in True Lies. I just remember the helicopter outside the building, like shooting at them, like, and obviously the Jamie Lee Curtis, Bill Pullman shit. I can't believe, like, that's literally like James Cameron was like, I heard that Pina Colada song, and I thought, what if I make this into a spy movie?
That's so
like,
crazy.
That's like the premise of True Lies.
And
it is funny.
And then immediately after that, he said, I was thinking about the Titanic the other day. I'd like to go see it.
Yes.
Ugh.
He spent a lot of time doing that. And then he was like, I'm going to make it a movie.
I'm going to turn it into a movie. What if there was a love story? What if there was a love story on the Titanic as it was sinking?
Right.
And then he said, picture this 8-foot tall blue people who have sex with their ponytails, and all their animals have an extra set of legs.
Yep.
And Disney said, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
He's got a weird collection of movies. Like, he's like, first one he did was a Terminator was his first one.
Yeah.
He did Terminator.
Close, yeah.
And then he did Aliens, which is like, I guess that's kind of in the same ballpark, right?
Sci-fi.
Yeah. And then he did The Abyss, which is sci-fi. But on Earth, underwater, like it's like a
and Aliens.
Yeah, it's kind of an alien story, I guess.
He's only directed 18.
Oh, only 18.
He
only
directed
18.
18 movies.
18 movies. So his first one is a short called Xenogenesis,
Ooh.
and that was from 1978. Then
So 17.
in 1982, he directed Piranha 2: The Spawning.
Yes, Piranha 2. I knew that.
Wow.
Because then it was The Terminator, Aliens, Martini Ranch by Reach, or the other way around in the music video. Then he did The Abyss, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. And then he was just like, hold up, everybody. True Lies. I heard this song. Then right after True Lies was Titanic, because he took a bit of a hiatus from 94 to 97, where he was just spending time in the Atlantic Ocean looking at a sunken ship.
Yep.
Yeah.
He directed one episode of the TV series Dark Angel, which
that's Jessica. Not
Alba.
Jessica. Not Jessica. Was it Jessica Alba? No,
Jessica Alba. Yeah,
it was Jessica Alba. What's the one with What's the one with Ben Affleck's old ex-wife?
Electra.
Yes, but what was the name of that show that she was on? That was like Dark Angel, wasn't it?
Alias.
Alias. Yeah. So
then he did Ghosts of the Abyss, which
documentary about the
documentary, right?
Yep.
Then he said, "Okay, Aliens of the Deep."
Solid.
And then everything else has been Avatar.
Sci-fi.
All right, so realistically, for like theatrically released movies, he did Piranha 2, Terminator, The Abyss,
Aliens, The Abyss,
Aliens, The Abyss, Terminator
T2, True Lies, Titanic,
and 2 Avatar movies. He's only made 9 feature films.
Yep.
That's insane.
And he's got 4 upcoming projects. Avatar: Fire and Ash. He's going into the blue people. Avatar 4, Avatar 5, and then a movie called The Informationist.
True Lies 2.
Yeah, True Lies 2, where Arnold Schwarzenegger has his wife's having an affair with blue people.
And
under the ocean.
Is hired by a Texas oil billionaire to find his daughter who vanished in Africa 4 years ago.
How many Academy Awards does... What's this guy's name?
James Cameron?
James Cameron?
You're Googling that? I could just tell you.
Well, I want to see.
Okay. You want to see
3 Academy Awards. 3 Academy Awards from 9 movies. It's a pretty good track record, actually.
Yeah.
Best picture, best director, best film editing. What movies were those? Those were all Titanic? Did he win? Did he win the Academy Award for Avatar for anything?
Maybe. He's from Canada.
Oh, Canada.
Dude, that scene in fucking True Lies when they meet up with what the fuck's the guy that's cheating out with his wife, and who's that? Who plays that guy?
Bill Paxton.
Paxton, yeah. So they fucking have him upside down. And fucking like, oh, we're not gonna do anything. He's like peeing himself. That whole scene is fucking hilarious.
This is an incredible image. Incredible image. I gotta show you guys if I can pull it back up. Let me see this. Look at this image. That's James Cameron's just like in the water, during the scene. Like, obviously, this is a sound stage, but like, like, how funny is that he's just like, all right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna look like longingly at Leo as you let his frozen ass body fall in the water because you wouldn't let him on the fucking door. And like, I don't know, just pretty funny that he's like literally in the water for the scene. Like,
dude, that door is fucking huge. She could have fucking moved over.
Or found another piece of like driftwood or something. Like,
well, there were dead bodies on all the other driftwood pieces.
They should have used them as a wrap.
I just want to know why, like, people didn't start, like, you look in, they smashed that fucking lifeboat. It fell. I'd just start collecting pieces.
Put it back together.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm gonna build fucking something. I'm gonna build something because I'm going in this water.
How would you hold it together?
I'm gonna have something. Rope. Find rope.
Rope.
Just start just start shaving people's heads and
Here's your
making
fucking
rope
rope.
out of human hair.
Shaving
Give me your
people's
hair,
heads.
bitch.
Yeah, with my knife.
How
Give
much
me your
time do you
hair,
think you
bitch.
have?
I
You
remember
know
this
what
shit
would
with
be
a
the
van.
worst? Is if you got away from the Titanic, like you think you got away from the Titanic as it's like sinking, but then the force of the boat going under like sucks you back into the fucking, you just drown going down with that giant ass boat. That would be the worst.
no.
Although I guess it would be, rather than freezing to death in the water, you'd probably be.
Yeah, I can't believe that. Yeah, that water must have been so fucking ridiculous.
There was no good way. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you, if I was in the Titanic movie, the two ways that I wouldn't mind dying would be his two friends. Jack's two friends. The Irish guy that gets shot, because that was pretty quick and
for
painless.
no reason. Though.
Or
That
the
sucks.
Italian dude that gets absolutely sandwiched by the fucking smokestack.
Ugh.
Because that to me, that's just quick, like you're smushed or quick shot. You're like, whatever, fine. Your other two options are freezing to death in cold water or drowning in cold water. And both of those sound fucking terrible.
How about the guy
Yeah.
that slips off the back and hits the propeller? That was-
Instant death, probably.
I
fell
don't
like
know.
He fell
He
like
did
50.
90 cartwheels going down.
He fell like 50 feet before he hit that propeller. I think.
Yeah, what if he hit his legs though? He just broke his legs, so now he's just
He did. He did hit his legs.
You're right. You're right. He was just in a lot of pain when he was drowning.
Oh,
And the worst part was
survived that?
his legs. He drowned. He ended up drowning because his legs were broken and he couldn't kick his legs to stay above the water, and he just drowned. So
His
What if
spine
he
might have
just
been
uses-
broken.
He used his legs as floaties.
Yeah. Just prop him up.
Yeah. Oh.
That's hilarious. All right. Let's end this podcast.
Again, we went from Weekly Penguin talk to fucking Titanic.
Hey, I like our tangents. I like where we
Yes.
can take it. At least that's topical. At least that was about movies and shit. Like
The fashion was great too.
Instead of talking about going from Simon Kinberg to Jinko Jeans.
Jenko jeans. Well, you know, if you think about it, he is
Yeah.
the Jenko. He is the Jenko gene of writers. So
No, I believe he is. What kind of pants did your mother
Paco.
make you get? Paco jeans.
Which they probably make a fine gene now, but as a 13-year-old kid, I was not having it. So
I want to fit in.
that's right.
Levi's, baby.
That's right. All right. That's going to do
Yeah.
it for us here at the Randumb channel. Do us a huge favor. If you like this podcast, click the subscription button. We're trying to get the subscribers up to 500.
Before
Yeah.
the release of what?
I don't remember. Superman.
Avatar College.
Superman.
Yeah. So do that. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the
Ugh.
channel. Follow us on Instagram at the place that Dan does Instagram.
Random
That one.
underscore channel.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That one.
All right. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.